Namaste. How are you today morning? Good, very good. I think that as we start learning the items of practical, we have to know at this level of master's course in depth what is that makes the item. And so before learning, starting in practice each item, we will try and go in detail to make you understand what is the structure, the music, the importance, the language, the lyric and the lyrical content of the item. So today before we start learning Javli, I shall try to make you understand what is it that makes a Javli. Javli is considered as jewel of the dance repertoire. As you all know, music is the language of emotion. A thought or emotion needs a medium for expression or communication. Music is the tendermost of such emotions, says Sangeet Kalanidhi, Dr. Nidunuri Krishnamurthy, a great exponent of Carnatic music and an academician. Javlis are striking compositions of light and pleasing nature. With their lilting gait and exquisite melody, Javli have secured a prominent place in dance and music concerts. The underlying theme of Javli is Shringara Rasa, depicting the Nayaka and Nayiki bhava. Javli is a musical form imbued with various human emotions. These musical explorations of emotions become more explicit and created the necessary rasotpatti or experience of aesthetic relish by becoming visual through dance. Thus, though Javlis were sung in Carnatic music concerts, they become an integral part of Bharatanatyam repertoire. The performers and the spectators would enjoy the briskness of the music and the movement, the matching movement, the quick changes in facial expressions and hence portrayal of several situations so typical in Indian society. What is the origin and language of Javali? As Dr. Arudra says, that Javali was born in Travancore and was brought up in Mysore. In the 19th century, the Maharaja of Travancore, Mysore and Vijayanagaram were the chief patrons of Javali. The rulers of other states had also encouraged its growth. Thus, Javali's gained popularity in most parts of South India with a varieties of composers from Andhra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, and yet 90% of Javalis are in Telugu. The etymology of the word Javali seems to be shrouded in ambiguity. Here I will try to tell you all possible claims made by scholars to derive at the origin of the word. Dr. V. Raghavan in his preface to the collection of Javali, edited by T. Brinda, said, curiously, for a type which had come up in times so near to us, the Javali is really obscure in its origin. Its very name is intriguing. Kittel's Kannada dictionary notes Javali a kind of loud poetry. Maharashtra scholars assure us that there is not a Marathi word. Tamil lexicon mentions Javali as derived from Urdu Jwali, but no authority is cited. Persian and Urdu scholars are not able to confirm this. Curiously enough, the word Jhavali in Marathi means an eye gesture in the context of love. C.D. Ray in his Music and Musical Instruments of the Southern India says Javalis are songs of light and pleasing nature such as love songs, cradle songs, sung during the performance of a peculiar dance called Karwar. These songs are comparatively recent introduction, first sung by Kanarese musicians of the court of Shivapuri, a petty state near celebrated Hampi ruins. According to Day statements, the Javalis were mostly sung only in the Telugu language in the deep south of India, known as then as Madras Presidency. It seems to be known common practice among most music composers of Carnatic music to use Telugu as best suited for musical composition. Even Krishna Dev Rai, whose mother tongue was Tulu, wrote in Telugu, claiming it to be the best language. Subramanya Bharati sings Sundara Telinginil Paatu Isaitu, meaning composing music in beautiful Telugu. Shivaramaya composed Javalis in Manipravala. Also, he even attempted the rare feat of composing a Javali using both Telugu and English words. The Javali starts like, "Oh, my lovely Lalana, Ilanai Pommati." Pattabhiramaya also composed Javalis in English. The Manipraval Javalis have lost their colonial relevance but deserve to be preserved in archives for academic purpose. Javada is a Desi musical form and finds mention in many authoritative works on musicology. Subramanya Dikshitar says that according to Venkatamakhi's tradition, every Laksha Geetam will have Dhruvam, Antari, Javada. Ralapalli Ananta Krishna Sharma, who edited the Sangeet Sampradaya Pradarshini in a footnote, explained that Javada is a narrative word meaning half Geetam. Vadivelu, one of the Tanjore quartets, being the disciple of Muthuswami Dikshitar, would have known all the Laksha Geetams and hence knew Javada too. Probably he might have given the name Javali to half a padam. In fact, in Telugu, Javadam or Javalam means a falcon, a colt, and a filly. Javali, the little piece, flies like a falcon and reads like a colt, filly, probably indicating a meter with the gait of a horse of Ashwagati Chandas. After all, Java in Telugu means speed. There are almost 1,000 Javalis exist, though only about 50 are popularly performed, says the renowned musicologist of our time, Dr. Pappu Venugopal. He further opines that many of them are openly erotic, with some even using obscene language, accounting for their gradual disappearance from concert platforms as musicians probably felt squeamish about rendering them. The British banned their publication, contributing to this trend. Publishers went to Yanam and Kakinada, where the arm of the British law couldn't reach them easily, to secretly print a few books. Nature and structure of the Javali. Javalis are love songs based on Shingar Rasa. They come under compositions of a lighter nature with an erotic motif. Though in some aspects they can be compared to padams, they lack the grandeur and stately movement of the latter in lyrics and music. The Javali theme revolves around the Nayaka and Nayika, involving the Sakhi too sometimes, like the Padams, but the deep penetrating ideas that are characteristics of Padam are obviously lacking. There have been attempts to attribute philosophical flavor of the Jivatma and Paramatma, an allegory of the devotee and the divine, to the Javalis by some scholars. But By and large, most are of the opinion that it does not make any such tall claim. In fact, it is considered hypocritical and prudish to attribute bhakti bhavas to Javalis, according to most musicologists and dance scholars. Its use of loud colloquial language itself divests it of sublime bhakti. In fact, the Javalis probably emerge as musical form using simple language that the commoner understood instantly to show certain aspects of the society prevalent at the period of its advent. The only non-love oriented compositions are the Kannada Vairagya Javalis of Kappanna, says Pappu Venugopal Rao. Padams were originally musical forms with lyrics particularly created for dance, giving ample scope for the artist to emote using several Sanchari Bhav, though later they got adopted as music concert form as they brought out the beauty of the rag in an enjoyable pace. Whereas the Javalis were originally those light pieces with a racy pace and a quick flow of swaras, bringing out the vibrancy of certain ragas that were sung toward the end of musical concerts, and later they were adopted in dance concerts. Javalis are composed in bright, attractive and catchy tunes, which is why they become instantly popular with the masses. The Kala Pramanam is usually brisk like Marubari Tal Lenura in Khamas Ragam, Purulanna Mata in Kapi Ragam, Mutta Vadura in Saveri Ragam, Adini Pai Muru Kulukonda D in Yamuna Kalyani Ragam, and so forth. Some Javalis are in slow tempo like Sakhi Prana in Jinjoti and Charumati Upacharumu in Kannada, and the Nayaka appealing to the Nayika in Odissi Namadi in Mukari. Javalis have the popular structure of Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanam, though there are exceptions to this rule also. For example, the Javali Sariga Kongu by Ghanam Krishna Iyer is of only 2 lines, one Pallavi and one Charana. The ragas chosen to render Javalis are usually Desi ragas like Khamas, Behag, Paras, Jinjoti, Amir Kalyani and Kapi, which are well suited for lyrics of this musical style. At the same time, there are also many Javalis composed in well-known Rakti ragas like Athana, Darbar, Bilahari, Saveri, Kambodi, Bhairavi, Suruti, Kalyani and Mukari. There are some instances when a Javali set in a particular raga has had traces of other raga coming in. This freedom the Vagyakars of Javali seem to have enjoyed always. Many Sangatis are used in the Neraval while singing the Javalis, which makes it very interesting from the musical point of view. And this also enhances the Sanchari Bhava used in visual depiction of the lyrical through the dance. The musical merit of the Javali, according to Pappu Venugopal Rao, is tremendous. He says, they are superbly crafted, reveal great raga jnana, illuminating the grandeur, nuances and the beauty of the melody. Their tempo and words are wonderfully evocative of the Sringara Rasa, and they offer much scope for Manodharma. The talams used in Javali were mostly Rupakam and Mishra Chapu, particularly the Viloma Chapu. Most of them are set in the Anagata Graham or Yadappu. That is, the music starts after the commencement of the summer of the talam. How are the different characters depicted in Javali? The Javali being a love song, the two protagonists, Naika and Nayaka, become the main characters. Very often, a confidante of the Naika. The Sakhi are also featured as the Naika, and they often bemoans her situation to her. The Naika and the Nayaka may be of Uttama, Madhyama or Adhama type. The Naika may be Sviya, Parakiya or Samanya. The portrayal of 8 variety of Naika known as the Ashtanaika based on their emotional condition become integral in the presentation of the Javalis. This division portray the heroine in different situations, express different feelings, sentiments and reactions. The most common portrayal of Naika are the Vipralabdha, the deceived one, the Virhot Kanthita, pining in separation, evoking Viyoga Shringara Rasa, or Khandita, the angry one. The Nayak involved in the lyrics could often be the Upapati, that is, married to one and seeking another woman, or Vaishika, who may or may not be married but seeks a woman for a price. He may also be a Shata, that is, the deceiver. It would be interesting to academician to know that these Shringar based Javalis become popular in films too. They were directly used in appropriate circumstances. And as we now go to the choreography, the art of choreographing the Javali is very special. One may feel that when lyrics are very clear, choreography, action of the same should be very easy and natural for an artist. But that handling the exposition of a padam and Javali has to be done with a certain pattern so as to develop the underlying concept and build up the emotion was something that one learned by coming under various generations of artists and gurus. As we go ahead in this process, I will narrate my personal journey of learning Abhinaya, especially of Javali and Padam, because it is very important for anyone, any student, who we are all student always, to understand the depth of experience, and nothing better could be than your own personal first and detailed information. This will allow a student to feel the process, this will allow you to feel the process of Abhinay learning. It will also provide an insight that after the initial training, how multiple streams and thoughts enhance your creative experience. As I was trying to explain to you, it would be very well taken if I give my own example of learning the Abhinay and Javali. I began learning from my mother, Srimati Leela Gopalan, a singer, a Vainika and dancer, whose Mukhaja Abhinaya was excellent, trained under a Devadasi in Tirunelveli. My maternal grandfather, Sri Parthasarthi, though an advocate by profession, was a disciple of Ariyakudi Ramanuja Iyengar in music and had learned Bharatanatyam from Kandappa Nattuvanar, who was Bala Saraswati's guru. The Padams he used to teach me by explaining the meaning and showing how only Mukhaja Abhinaya had to be used initially, soaking oneself into the lyrics and music. Their depiction was strongly based on Lokadharmi with more Padartha Abhinaya. I also had the good fortune of learning from Srimati Kalanidhi Narayan, an accepted doyen in this field of Abhinaya. It is a known fact that she brought back the glory of Lokadharmi Abhinaya and cascading ideas of Sanchari Bhava in resurrecting the strength and richness of Padam and Javali, which was slowly waning after Srimati Bala Saraswati. Kalanidhi Mami would explain the meaning, teach Abhinaya sitting, both students and herself, then teach the Sanchari with some dialogues as if enacting a play, and then ask us to fit it into music as she sings. I also learned Javali from Guru Vempati Chinna Satyam, whose handling of the Telugu lyrics would have its native flavor in language and expression. And also my Guru, Dr. Padma Subramaniam, another great exponent of Abhinay and scholar. She gave me all the essential knowledge of the Naika, Nayaka, Bheda and Bhava Rasa theory that becomes like a strong grid to build the entire choreography on. Even watching intently the performances of Bala Saraswati, Kamala Lakshman, Jayalalita, Srividya and others from childhood helped me imbibe a rich repertoire and pedagogy in choreography. One has the liberty of choosing to start the Javali with Pallavi, Anupallavi or Charanam according to what you want to highlight as the strongest emotion. Thereafter, the first line or even a couple of lines are to be registered only through Mukhaja Abhinaya using the eyes and eyebrows. Then the Padartha Abhinaya has to be shown for at least 4 avartans using a few different Abhinay Hastas. Then different ideas are woven through the Sanchari Bhavas using various Vyabhichari Bhavas, have Hava, Hela and Rasadrushtis, initially a little slowly and thereafter faster, so as to create the mood and establish the Sthayi Bhav, evoking the intended rasa. Each chosen rasa should help in intensifying the bhava and rasa. If the Nayaka or Nayika is addressed in a particular direction, one should try to maintain that unless you show the change in position. There is no need to show the actions on the right and on the left as one may do in Varnam or in Shabdam. There is no need to add any footwork for the song in the way of Tattimettu, etc. The depiction of Nayika or Nayaka can carry or vary according to each choreographer's understanding and interpretation of the lyrics. For instance, in Samajavali, the Nayikas can be interpreted as Madhyama or Uttama, as the lyrics always have a certain amount of sarcasm and humor too, but once chosen, the intended Nayika or Nayaka should be brought out with clarity. The music should follow the exposition of bhava through several and many sangatis so as to strengthen and enhance the abhinay. The music and movement should be complement to each other to become a feast to the ear and the eyes for the audience. It seems that Javali is a very interesting composition to study. What do you think, students? Yeah. And let's now talk about some of the Javali composers. If a chronological list of all the known Javali composers would be made and their life sketches be prepared with pertinent details, we could reconstruct a reasonable history of this rapturous music and dance form. At the present stage of our knowledge regarding this matter, we can count at least a dozen 19th century Vagyakars who had composed Javalis. They were all poet composers, heir to the glorious heritage of Carnatic music left behind by the great musical trinity. They were more in later times. So, I can tell you some of the people of the 19th century, and as you know, each and every one of them have a mudra. So, like Swati Tirunal, known as Padmanabha, was from 1813 to 1847. Chinnaya was known as Brihadishwara, was born in 1803, but we don't know when he died. Then Trichur Singacharyalu is Singaranuta and Rajagopala, born 1834, 1892. Pattanam Subramanya Iyer, who is known as Venkatesha, is born 1845 to 1902. Dharmavaram Ramakrishna Macharyalu, don't know the mudra, but born 1858 to 1912. Then Dasu Sriramulu, 1864 to 1908. Dakshinamurti was known as Garbhapuri, 1861 to 1901. T. Pattabhiramaya was known as Talavan, 1863 to then Dharmapuri Subbaraya Iyer is known as Dharmapuri, born 1864, and such many more legends of the musical trinity. Swati Tirunal, the Maharaja of Travancore, was an artist, an expert in Nritya, Geeta and Vadya. He was linguist and also a man of varied cultural interest. He used to play the swarabat, a stringed instrument. In 1834, Dasi Manikamal of Tanjore sang Hindustani and Karnataki songs in the Travancore court. In 1836, Lakshmana Das and two other musicians from the Gwalior court visited Travancore court. The Maharaja, being a patron of art, had the open-mindedness to invite other artists and imbibe their art. Swati Tirunal composed Jatiswara, both Tana and Chaukavarnas, Kritis, Padas and Ragamalikas in Carnatic styles, and Bhajans, Thumari, Tinlana, Dhrupad and Khayal in the Hindustani music. It is an accepted fact that Swati Tirunal, with the company of Vadivelu and Chinnaya, composed the first Javali, Itu Sahasamulu, in the Rag Saindavi. Unlike the later Javalis, it has a one-line Pallavi and a one-line Anupallavi. It has 3 charanas of only 3 short lines instead of the usual 4 lines. The Nayika is a Kanya, a virgin conscious of her youth, and is not averse to the advances of the Nayaka, though she does tell him to wait for her to be more mature. This was the theme, is the theme of that Javali. And as we go ahead, here we have Dharmapuri Subbaraya Iyer. He was one of the most prominent amongst the Javali composers of the pre-Trinity 19th century. Though he hailed from Dharmapuri, Tamil Nadu, he composed in Telugu. He is the universally acclaimed master of the Javali form. Most of the music he composed, therefore, dealt with Shringara Rasa or romantic and even erotic love, and all were of the Javali form. He was a constant visitor at Veena Dhannammal's house, and many of his compositions were composed in her home. Veena Dhannammal's music fascinated him, and his admiration was reciprocated by her, who learnt around 60 Javalis from him. It is said that he probably composed the poignant Javali Sakhi Prana Saguditu at her home, grief stricken at his inability to save her from bankruptcy. Even Smara Sundaraguni in Paras Ragam was written out of respect for her. Veena Dhannammal made his Javalis famous through her concert, and her granddaughter T. Bala Saraswati made them the most sought after items in her dance programs, exploring its scope for Abhinaya through her expertise. T. Shankaran, in one of his articles, has written that Subbaraya Iyer used to keep a notebook at his bedside near the pillow to write down the javalis that came to mind. It is said that his wife used to fervently pray to the deity at Tiruchengadu that her children should not take after their father. Javalis like Parulanna Mata Kapi, Sakhi Prana Jinjoti, Vani Pondu Kannada, Kannada, Charumati Kannada, Matta Vadura Mohananga Saveri, Yettane Shonnalum Saveri, Ni Pondu Chalu Kannada, Narimani Khamas, Prana Sakutitu Shenjuruti, Idiniku Begada, and Imandu Muddu Sindhuvi are the well known and often performed of his compositions. Tirupandal Pattabhiramaya was another well known Javali composer who visited Dhannamal. Srimati Bala Saraswati recalls in the book written by her grandson Anirudh Knight how he instantly composed Javalis in their house, even to entertain the young ones of the house. Pattabhiram Rao, also known as Pattabhiram Iyer, was born in 1863. He spoke Telugu and Kannada as well as Tamil. His native town was known in Sanskrit as Talavaneshwaram near Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu. He is known for his javalis dedicated to the deity and Tatakeshwaram near Kumbakonam. His composition's unique feature was Madhura Bhakti. He has also composed several javis dedicated to Maharaja Jayachamarajendra Vodayar of Mysore. His disciples include musicians like Lalitangi, the mother of M.S. Vasanta Kumari, and Jayammal, the mother of T. Bala Saraswati. His compositions are purely love songs. Popular compositions include javalis like Marubari Khamas, Vani Pondu Kannada, and Muttavadura Saveri. Though only the most popular and relevant Javali Karta have been briefly dealt with here, every composer mentioned in the list that I have earlier given you has enriched the Javali form of music, leaving behind a rich legacy for posterity. Now I think you are ready to handle the Javalis that you will learn in practical.